Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk about how to avoid overwhelm, burnout, that kind of thing, coming from a feminine approach. I just had a session today that I felt like the person was overwhelmed. And I think mainly, and I am guilty of this too, and I think this happens a lot with a lot of people, is that sometimes, especially women, we get in our heads sometimes that when it comes to wanting to do something, wanting to, wait, I forgot to introduce myself. If you're new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe, all of that jazz, like this video. It helps me out tremendously. If you do not know who I am, my name is Amber Turner, and I am the author of You Choose Your Outfit, and I'm also a feminine growth expert and coach, and so I do mentorship, one-on-one mentorship with women that have experienced burnout, exhaustion, depression, all these things from operating in their masculine energy, and how we can take a more feminine approach to life and how we can implement more feminine energy into our lives to avoid these things, right? Okay, so we are talking about, my arm's already getting tired. We are talking about burnout, exhaustion, and overwhelm. And typically, when it comes to overwhelm, especially, is that we are thinking 10 steps ahead. We are so ahead of ourselves. And, when it comes to taking a more feminine approach to our life, this means coming from intuition. And so this means slowing down, tapping into our feelings, our heart space, and actually thinking about what we're feeling. Now, I'll say this too. One of the things that I have seen amongst my clients is that I will ask the question, and I ask this in every session: how are you feeling? Most of them don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. Yeah, that's right. How they're feeling. And so, really slowing down, tapping into that feeling, that heart space, and understanding the feelings that we're feeling, the emotions that we're encountering, and the things that we're dealing with is so important. And when it takes us to slow down to actually understand how we're feeling and what we're feeling. But when it comes to overwhelm, we are so ahead of ourselves. We are so ahead of ourselves. We're thinking about everything in its totality, every step to a situation, a circumstance, or a project, that we are not here in the present moment. And that's why we're overwhelmed. And so, being in our feminine energy and taking a more feminine approach means, okay, I'm here. I'm present. How am I feeling right now? How am I feeling right now? Tapping into that intuition and then determining the next step from this moment. And I've done a video on this about the next right step from this moment and the importance of that, because that's going to help you avoid anxiety, avoid burnout, avoid overwhelm, all of these things that occur when we're in our heads, occur when we're operating from a more masculine energy. We're thinking about strategies and all the tactics and the steps, and it's overwhelming. And I mean, yeah, because there's probably a lot of steps that go into it. But when you can come back to your feelings and be like, I'm here right now. What am I feeling? I'm here in the present moment. And be with that. Tap into your intuition and determine what the next right step is from this moment. That's taking, why can't I talk today? That is taking a feminine approach to life. And it's easier, right? Like, it's easier, it's slower. It's going with the flow of life. Going with the flow of life. And so intuition, going with the flow, being like water, so much amazing. I can't talk today. It's so amazing. It's so amazing when you can get there. But it really takes for us to slow down, really tap into how we're feeling, what we're feeling. Are we frustrated in this moment? Are we feeling sad or happy? And moving from this moment, instead of allowing ourselves to get in our heads and think about all the things that could go wrong, the many steps that are involved in whatever we're doing, all of these things that have to happen. Forget it. Come back to this present moment, be with yourself, tap into that intuition, and say, what is the next right move from here? From here. Because you can't do anything about the past, you can't do anything about the future or anything. Be in the present moment. And I talked about the importance of being in the present moment, why that's important, because the future is in our mind. The past only exists in our mind. Future, past only exists in our mind. The only thing that exists right now is now. And so for us to really combat this overwhelm, avoid anxiety, avoid these things that do not serve us, because at the end of the day, they don't serve us. We have to be here. And what is the next right move for me from this space? That's it. Come back here. Tap into your body, your feelings, your emotions, how you're feeling, and move from there. And that's all you can do. And that's going to help you avoid overwhelm, burnout. I know for me, when I encountered burnout, especially in my business, it was because strategies, tactics, I got to do this, grind it out, hustle, which there is nothing wrong with that for someone else. Didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. And so what I'm saying is, if you feel like you're in a space where you're overwhelmed, you feel burnout, you feel like you're out of control or something like that, then perhaps it might be in your benefit to take a different approach, take a more feminine approach to life or whatever you're contending with. And that means coming back to the present moment and tapping into your intuition and move from that space. Move from that space. So that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Even though I'm having a hard time talking today, I don't know what it is. Anyways, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you are interested in taking a more feminine approach, I am offering mentorship on my website, and how it's helped me in my life. I know how it's been. I know how it can be. I know I've experienced overwhelmed. I was one of those people that my story was, I'm just anxious and I have anxiety. That was my story. And it was my story for a long time. And I let it be my story until one day I was like, this is not working, especially when I was in my business and I had a burnout. I just was completely exhausted. And I discovered feminine energy. And it was amazing. I really didn't understand what feminine energy was or femininity and all those things. And then I started implementing a more feminine approach in my life and how I've seen it transform my life. And so if you ever feel like you are overwhelmed and the approach that you're doing right now is not working for you, then perhaps it's time to consider a different approach. Now, there's nothing wrong with a masculine approach to life. It works. But it doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for everyone, and that's okay too. So, if you're interested in learning more about that, you could definitely check out my website. Why is it all sideways? I still can't talk. Sideways. Sideways. My son's in the background chilling. But yes, if you're interested in learning about that approach, maybe getting some mentorship coaching, you can find more about that on my website as well. Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to make a short video about that because I know how it is. And my client today was very overwhelmed, and you know, it happens. It happens. And I totally understand that. I was there. But anyways, that's all for this video. Also, I have a free audio download on my website if you're interested on that. How to glow up as an empowered feminine. It's under free stuff on my website as well. And my journal just released. It's now available on Amazon as of today. Yes, today. So I'm gonna leave a link below for that as well. If you know anything about manifesting, you know the power of writing things down and actually changing your mindset and the patterns and the programming into creating the life of your dreams. And I'm a big proponent of it. I love journals. And so if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave the link below for that as well. Anyways, you guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace. I got to turn it off. Peace.